Hey everybody, game day today. My Jackets take on the Duke Blue Devils here in about an hour, and I'm going to do a little bit of a preview. I am going to be able to stream the game today because I wound up getting the weekend off. So this might be the last weekend I get to do that. We have a bye week next week anyway. But anyway, we go to Durham this week to take on Blue Devils at their home. Hopefully it won't be too tough of a road game for us. It seems like we play better on the road, to be honest, but we haven't beat them in Durham for a while. For past few years, for like 3 years, they had our number, beat us like 3 times in a row, and then last year we finally got the Duke kind of monkey off our back, and we actually wound up whooping them at home at night. It was like 40-something to 20-something. Hopefully that's the kind of same deal we have going on this year. I would like that to be the case. If we lose to Duke, that would be a really bad sign for our program. We're trying to get, we're trying to bounce back from last week. We're trying to get bowl eligible, and this would be a nice game to put us at 3-3. Because the back half of our schedule is going to be much tougher. This will be our easiest game from the year on out. So Duke is 3-1 right now. They lost to Charlotte week 1. But have gone on a little bit of a streak since then, beating North Carolina A&T, and then also Kansas. They pretty much destroyed Kansas and beat Northwestern. But those are the two kind of worst teams from the Big 12 and Big 10. So how much stock you want to put in that, I'm not so sure. This is their first. No, this is not their first ACC matchup. They're actually 3-2. They got destroyed by North Carolina last week. So hopefully, North Carolina is able to do that to them. It was like 38-9 or something like that. Hopefully we were able to do something kind of in the same way. If we lose to Duke today, or even really have a close game, that will be a bad kind of, that wouldn't be good for our program. We're trying to avoid as many embarrassing losses as we have. We're trying to bounce back from last week, which was an embarrassing loss. And I think we can. I'm not going to jump off the freaking cliff here and say, oh my God, we got blown out by Pitt. Pitt's a good team. They beat us. They were better than us. And, we had a lot of things go wrong too on our end, that like turnovers and whatnot, penalties, which we've been decent on the turnovers so far this year. So if we can limit those, that's going to be a huge something in our favor. If we can limit the turnovers. And I think we can. Duke's not the type to come in here and give us a run for our money. Like I've been saying, though, like we are not above anybody. We lost to Northern Illinois week 1. We can't afford to look over any game. So hopefully we come out and do what we're supposed to and look good and play our hardest against Duke. I'm not going to come in here and say we're going to roll, but I do know that we have the potential to, and that we should roll over Duke. We got more talent. And it's like we have much more talented roster than Duke, and I want a similar game as last year. Maybe even more, maybe even let them score a little bit less, because, if North Carolina can turn around and do it, so can we. So that's kind of what I got going on. Oh, Keon White, a defensive lineman transfer from this past year that I was really excited to see. He's going to be in the game, finally. He's a grad transfer from Old Dominion, and he's been out on injury for the past 5 weeks, so I've been missing him. I've been wanting him to, be playing, but he's finally better now. He was in the uniform reveal, and I'm stoked to see him come out and really have a good game and see what he can do. He has he was like an all-conference player in whatever the Old Dominion conference they're in, like Conference USA or something. He was an all-conference player in that conference and had some crazy bunch of tackles for a loss. The dude's just a beast. I'm excited to see what he can come in and do. And then, of course, we had a couple people out. I'm not sure the status of Kyrick McGowan. He was out last game, our best wide receiver. And then Ezzard is out, I know. And then also Nick Penley, one of our offensive linemen, is out, which is terrible. Our offensive line, one of the things that really killed us last week is with the injuries is really thin. and it was a position group that even before all the injuries, it was really not great. So that's big trouble for us. Hope if there's one thing that, causes us to struggle in this game, it's going to be the offensive line. As always, I've said this every single game of the year, and it's always true. The offensive line is one of our biggest weaknesses, and without that, I mean, it's a lucky thing we have a mobile quarterback, or we wouldn't score any points, because he's no time to drop back, and he has to scramble out every play. So luckily for us, we have two actually mobile quarterbacks that can get the job done. So that's kind of a rundown of our game against Duke this week. We do have struggled in the past years winning in Durham, but listen, don't be making fun of me for that. I know Duke's had our number and everything, but Cutcliffe's a good coach, and these have been some good Duke teams in the past few years. And now that they're on the downward kind of spiral, we should be able to come in here and get this win. And if we can't, that does not bode well for our program. But anyway, let's go Jackets. Let's bounce back this week, get a good win, and go into our bye week at an even 3-3. All right, go Jackets. I'll see you guys next time.